Good evening, everyone. This is ABS Temple first season Dhamma Talk series. As usual, during these 3 months, every Saturday evening 6:30, we deliver Dhamma Talk. First of all, I invite all of you recite Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa 3 times. As a tradition, we have to observe 5 precepts. Therefore, the recite Namo Tassa 3 times. Buddhang saranang gacchami. Dhammang saranang gacchami. Sanghang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami. Panatipata veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Adinnādāna veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Kāmesu micchāchārā veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Musāvādā veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Surāmeraya majjapamādāṭṭhānā veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Samantā cakkavālesu atrā gacchantu devatā. Saddhammang munirājassa sunantu sagga mokkadang. Dhammasavana kālo ayang badantā. Dhammasavana kālo ayang badantā. Dhammasavana kālo ayang badantā. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Kathang chānanda ariyassa vinaye anuttara indriya bhavana hoti. Idhānanda bhikkhuno cakkuna rūpaṃ disvā uppajjati manāpaṃ uppajjati amanāpaṃ uppajjati manāpā manāpaṃ so evaṃ pajānāti uppannaṃ ko me idaṃ manāpaṃ uppannaṃ amanāpaṃ uppannaṃ manāpā manāpaṃ tancako sankataṃ olārikaṃ paticca samuppannaṃ etaṃ santaṃ etaṃ panītaṃ yadidaṃ upekkāti. Dear Dhamma friends, today Dhamma talk about our 6 faculties. What are the 6 faculties? In Pali terms, chakku is our eye, sota, our eye, ghana, nose, jivha, tongue, kaya, our body, mind, chakku, sota, ghana, jivha, kaya, mana is our mind. These are the 6 faculties. Today Dhamma talk is about that. I select the sutta from Majjhima Nikaya. Actually, this sutta is the last sutra from the Majjhima Nikaya, the discourse of middle length. It is very useful mostly for the meditation practitioners, but for you, it is used for our day-to-day life, solve our day-to-day problems. Therefore, I selected this sutta today Dhamma talk. Okay, then it is very important to think about our 6 faculties, because we do all the things and we are following the happiness or worries because of these faculties, and because of we don't know how to develop, how to control these faculties. Therefore, we are facing a lot of difficulties. And if someone can develop or someone can control these 6 faculties, it is very easy to solve many problems in our day-to-day life. In Dhammapada, Buddha says that Kayena sangvaro sadhu, sadhuachaya sangvaro, manasa sangvaro sadhu, sadhu sabbatta sangvaro, sabbatta sanguto bhikkhu sabbadukha pamunchati. The meaning is, if somebody can restrain in body is good. Good is restraint in speech. That means if you can control your body and if you can restrain in your speech, and if you can restrain in your mind, these are good. If somebody can restrain in all sense, that is very useful to end all kind of suffering. That is the brief meaning of that Dhammapada quote. It is also emphasized that it's very important to develop our faculties to free from all kind of suffering. You know that you agree or not, in this life we have to face so many difficulties, so many sufferings. Sometimes you get sick, sometimes your loved one pass away, and you are getting old. These kind of things is kind of suffering we have to face. And another way, we have to work hard for earning money, for earning our for living. It is also kind of we have to do it through difficulties. Then if someone's faculties, someone's mind is developed, he can go through these difficulties and stay or live happily and less stress. If somebody's faculties, somebody's sixth sense are developed. And in this sutra, in this discourse, Buddha teach, and another thing is very important thing, is how to develop our what happened if we don't develop our faculties, or if we if we are object of our faculties. For example, if you know that some people they are addicted to the drugs, or some people, some children, especially these days, in the most of the countries, the children are learning through the internet, using the phone, or using computers, a lot of internet. In Sri Lanka, I heard that some students, some children, they addicted to the playing games. And I saw that, I heard that in news, that one teenager, he suicide because his father advised him to not to play the video game. Then because especially in the kid or young people, they are addicted to the playing video game, or sometimes they are addicted to drugs. These kind of things, why they addicted to this like this? Because of they can't control their faculties, they can't control their mind, they can't control their body. And same way, some, not only young people, even some adults also, we are addicted to, sometimes we are addicted to some specific food. If you for example, some people, they are addicted to coffee, or some people, they are addicted to smoking, or some specific food. And some people, they like to have too much chocolate, or what kind of, any kind of addiction is happen because that people, they can't control their faculties, their mind is weak. Then if somebody can control their faculties for day-to-day life, it is very useful. Another thing is, sometimes if it is addicted to good things, also sometimes disturbing our life. Another other thing is, sometimes some children or some young people, if they are addicted to just only reading books, they don't go outside, play with people, play with their friends, don't go to anywhere, just inside room, and just addicted to books or reading or watching films, something like that. They isolate themselves. It is also the kind of addiction. All kind of addiction happen because they can't control their faculties. They are motivated with they work because of the forcing their sense, their faculties, their ear, or their eye, or their tongue, or their body, or this kind of even their mind. And in the Buddha, interesting thing is, if somebody can control this addiction, sometimes he realizes ultimate truth very soon. There is nice story in the sutra, in Samyutta Nikaya, another discourse of the Buddha's teaching in Tripitaka. That sutta name is a Bahya Sutta in Samyutta Nikaya. The Bahya is the name of the some ascetic or religious person in Buddha's time. He himself thought that he already arahant, or he already enlightened, but actually he is not enlightened. Somehow he knew that Buddha was somewhere. Then when he heard that the Buddhas knew that the Buddha was somewhere, then he wanted to see the Buddha. He wanted to listen Dhamma from the Buddha. Then he ran. He was very far from the Buddha where live, the Buddha's temple. Then he went to the where Buddha live, and while he went to there, Buddha was going Pindapata. Pindapata means begging food for lunch. Then he follow the Buddha, and while Buddha was begging, then he asked, please Buddha, teach me something, teach me something. Buddha refused 3 times. It's not the time, because I am going Pindapat, I am going begging food. This is my lunch time. I can't teach you now. Actually, there was a reason Buddha not to teach him. Then he second time refused, then third time also asked, then okay, then Buddha accept. Then Buddha teach him very small things. Buddha teach him, ditte dittamatthang bhavisati, sute sutamattang bhavisati, mute mutamattang bhavisati, vinyate vinyatamattang bhavisati iti evanyite bahya sikkitabbang. Buddha asked him to how you have to train, how you have to develop your faculties. Where is a simple short version? Then what's the meaning of that? In the scene will be just what is seen. If you see something, you don't create anything in your mind. You have to see it as just I see something. You not think about, you don't create anything in your mind. You don't develop anything in your mind. Just you see something, that's all. Then another one is sute sutamattang. If you heard something, just sound, you don't create anything, you don't add anything for that sound, just only the noise, sound, just what you heard. And the mute mutamattang, the sense will be just what is sense. And the vinyate vinyatamattang, in the cognize will be just what is cognized. In this way, you have to train yourself. That is the Buddha teaching. Then when he listened that teaching, he's so wise. He already developed his mind. Therefore, he understands the truth, ultimate truth, and he enlightened. Then if somebody can develop their mind, develop their faculties, or control their faculties, that is the way to that is the way for enlightening or removing all the defilement. The enlighten, and for our day-to-day life, develop our faculties is very important. Therefore, I find this sutta for today. Okay, then what is now I am going to start the Dhamma talk according to my topic. Just focusing the Indriya Bhavana Sutta, that means the development of the faculties. Why Buddha teach this? There's a story behind it. Once Buddha was in the Jetavana, the very famous temple. Then the disciple called Uttara, he's from, he's not Buddha's disciple. He's from another religious group, and he came to the Buddha and had some conversation with the Buddha. Then after that, Buddha asked him whether your teacher teach you to how to control your how to develop your mind. Yes, my teacher teach us to how to develop our mind. Then the Buddha asked, how your teacher teach you to develop your mind, develop your faculties. Then the Uttara, the name of the person, he told the Buddha, my teacher asked me to not to see anything, your eyes don't see anything, and don't hurt anything and don't taste anything. Same way, all the faculties, he said, don't use your faculties. Then Buddha asked him, if your teacher say like that, if your teacher teach like that, that means that if you don't see anything from your eyes, that means if somebody is blind, he's a developed mind person. If somebody deaf, is that person also have a developed mind. Then the Uttara, that young man, understand that, and he don't have any answer. He didn't have any answer for that. Then Buddha told to the Venerable Ananda, oh, in my sasana, in my teaching is not like that. Then the Buddha have opportunity to teach what is the development of faculties in the how Buddhas teach it. The most important thing is, in this sutta, we have to think that we can see anything, we can hear anything. It is not wrong. That if somebody say that if you don't use your faculties, or I don't see anything from my eye, I don't hear anything from my ear, it is not development of the faculties. It is not any kind of development. The development is, it's okay, you can see anything, you can hear anything, you can taste anything, but you must not greedy for that. You must not hate for that. If it is good, if it is the pleasant feeling, as a nature, we like it, we attach it, we need more and more and more. Then if unpleasant feeling, if you see the what you don't like to see, for example, like a dead body or dead animal, or then if you see some rotten animal in the road, you see it and you don't like see it, you smell it, you don't like smell it. That you don't like means it kind of anger or rejecting, because it is the nature of us, it's the human nature, that if it is the good things, we like to attach it. If it is the unpleasant things, we like to disattach, reject it. The rejecting and grasping is the kind of two ends. That is the normal, that is the undeveloped mind. That is, we have that mind. If we have developed mind, we don't have that rejecting or grasping or rejecting for the any kind of sensation. What is the Buddha teach here? Three ways, three kind of development of faculties, or there are three persons here in this sutra. There are three persons, three people, or three categories. One other thing is, we can develop our faculties. That is the I want to mention. I want to say that if we want, we can develop our mind, develop our faculties, develop our sum of faculties, like that. If you develop your ear, according to the Buddha's teaching, you can hear many the far from things you can hear. We call it dibbasota. That if you develop your ear, you can develop it to your highest level. And if you develop your eyes, you can develop it highest level. Using that kind of development, we can develop. Even another thing is we can develop our mind. You know that the parachitta vijanan, if somebody practice meditation, he can develop his mind and he can see what other people thinks. That is the development of mind. And if somebody develop their eyes, they can see even the beyond the walls. And if somebody develop their ear, he can listen far from here. It means the far from our capacity. That way also we can develop our mind, develop our faculties. Then in this sutra there are three kind of development. The first category is the someone who practice vipassana meditation, the wisdom meditation. Someone who practice vipassana meditation, the someone who want to remove all the defilement, someone who want to enlighten, but is still not enlightened, still a normal person just like us. How this person see the sensation of our faculties. The Buddha teach that Buddha says that person's name is Aryassa Vine Anuttara Indriya Bhavana. Aryassa Vine Anuttara Indriya Bhavana. That means how is the supreme development of the faculties in the noble one's discipline. Here noble ones is someone who want to practice middle way Buddha's teaching, and seeking enlightenment, or someone who want to remove all the defilements. Then he have to develop his mind, he have to develop his faculties like this way. How he have to develop his faculties? When the person sees a form with the eye, that means that when you see something in your eye, then there arise in him what is agreeable, or that agreeable means the pleasant feeling, or there arise what is disagreeable or unpleasant feeling. There arise what is both agreeable and disagreeable feeling. It is normal. That means that when we see something, if it is the good things, your feeling or your sensation is a pleasant. And if you see something you don't like, then your feeling, you don't like it. That means you disagree, or you want to reject it. And sometimes if you see the microphone here and the walls, something like that, when we saw these things, we don't have any rejecting or any grasping. This kind of things is some kind of middle feeling. neutral feeling. Then Buddha teach here, then how we see that kind of feeling. The noble discipline, the noble, the supreme development, or noble one's discipline, how he have to see it. He see it in this way. He see it three things in this feelings. What is the three things when we say it in Pali? Sankatang, Olarikang, Paticcasamuppanna. You have to think, you have to see these things as Sankata, Olarika, Paticcasamuppanna. What is the Sankata means? Sankata means conditioned. If you see something, that means that it is not just we have an eye and that we have the something to see. It's not enough to see many things. But when you see something, it go to your mind and you create many things. And even what you see is also sankata. It is also conditioned things. And when you see it, you have some processing in your mind. Then you develop these things in your mind. Therefore, it's conditioned. Or we can say it made up or kind of fake things. Or we can say it things that are made by a combination of other things or edited information. The ask us to see that as sankata. And in other words is Buddha's, you have to see it as olarika. Olarika means just gross or uncultivated or unpolished. And then third one is you have to see it as paticcasamuppanna. Paticcasamuppanna means the dependent co-arising, dependent origination, or dependent arising. Because when you see something, it's not just one thing. There are a lot of reason behind it. Therefore, it's paticcasamuppanna, dependent co-arising, dependent origination. And other thing is these three the words in other ways sometimes they have a similar idea. These three words, sankatang, olarikang, paticcasamuppanna. Sankatang means condition, olarika means uncultivated, and paticcasamuppanna means the dependent origination. And Buddhas, if you see something in your eyes, you have the pleasant feeling, you may have the unpleasant feeling, you may have neutral feeling. Then you have to think about, and this feeling is because of that, it's not the development, it's not the true, it's a very low things. And it's the when we have this kind of feeling, that means our faculties is, my mind is not developed. That's why things arise in me. Okay, that is the how. Then after that, what you want to do, when you see like that, then you are feeling your mind start to thinking that, oh, this is, then you have not your feeling is changing. You don't stay in the pleasant, or you don't stay in the unpleasant, you don't stay in the neutral. Then you have the developed thoughts, like we call it upekka and equanimity. This is then that one is very peaceful, and start to thinking that, or that feeling is very peaceful. This is the etang santang etang panitang yadidang upekkati tasatang uppannang manapang uppannang amanapang uppannam manapang amanapang nirujyati. When you think like that, your pleasant feeling or your unpleasant feeling is disappear. This is peaceful, then this is noble, that is equanimity. Then in your mind, the change to equanimity. Then the agreeable that arose, the disagreeable that arose, and the both disagreeable and agreeable that arose disappear. Then you have in your mind equanimity. Then equanimity is established. That is the development of the noble person, the someone who practicing Buddha's teaching, but is still not he is enlightened person. But he, in this way, when he focusing his mind, whenever he have the sensation, whenever he has agreeable or disagreeable or pleasant or unpleasant feeling, he start to thinking that he change his mind to, he not attached to that disagreeable or agreeable thoughts. He change his mind equanimity. That is that equanimity is the development state. But it doesn't, it is not that if you something see bad things or good things, you don't attach it, but you don't have any attaching to these things. But it is not that. This one is the kind of development that is equanimity. Then in this way, the someone who practice the Buddha's teaching, in this way he practice all six faculties. He have to practice like this. Then his mind gradually remove his all the defilements. Then how this is the way that someone who practice Buddha's teaching see the develop the six faculties. Okay, then the second person is here. I don't explain here all the faculties, like the ear, your tongue, and your mind, your body. These six faculties Buddha explained in this sutta like that. Then all the faculties have to develop in this in the same way. Then the second one is Katanchananda seko hoti patipado. Idananda bhikkhuno chakkuna rupam diswa uppajjati manapang uppajjati amanapang uppajjati manapamanapang. So tena uppannena manapena uppannena amanapena uppannena manapamanapena attiyati harayati jigucchati. Then the second person is here. The second category or second group is you know that in the Buddha's teaching there are four level of enlightenment, four level of awakening. The first one is Sotapanna. Sotapanna is the one who enter the stream. The second one is Sakurdagami, that is the once returner. In English translation is like that, once returner. It means the someone who Sakurdagami, he only come one time for human world. Then the third one is a non-returner, that means the Anagami. Anagami, that when someone develop when he developed that stage, that means third stage, that means that he doesn't come back to the human world. And the fourth one is the fully awakened person, we call it Arahant. Okay, then in this section, the Buddha explain how the Sowan, that means the one who enter the stream. The second one is a once returner, Sakurdagami. The third one is non-returner, Anagami. These three people, how to develop the six faculties, how to see what is their concept of the sensation of faculties. The second group, that is the noble, we call it how is a person in training, some following the way. How that group see the things, and how is a person in training, someone following the way. The first one is just practicing wisdom meditation or vipassana meditation to enter the stream. They are still not enter the stream. The first group, they see as their concept of their development of the faculties is as I told you, the Paticca Samuppanna, and Paticca Samuppanna means the dependent co-arising, and Olarika, the gross, uncultivated, and Sankata. Sankata means edited information. Combination, the first group, they said that they see the things Sankata, Olarika, and Paticcasamuppanna. Sankata means the condition, and Olarika means the gross. Paticcasamuppanna means the dependent co-arising or dependent origination. Then the second group is noble people. That means that they already entered the first, second, third stage of awakening path. These people, how they see what is their concept of the sensation about the faculties. There is the case where when seeing a form with the eye, actually we focus here only eye, but the other 5 faculties also have to think like that same way. Therefore I don't explain the other 5 faculties, only focus the eye. Then you can get the other, you can think take as similar to the other faculty also. From the eye there arise in a monk what is agreeable, what is disagreeable, what is agreeable and disagreeable. Then what he think, what he see, he feels repelled, humiliated, disgusted with the arising agreeable things and disagreeable things, and the disagreeable and agreeable things. This is also 3 words. When we see, when that people that actually they are already enter the Buddha's path, they already the first, second, third step, they see it in the Pali term is attiyati, harayati, jigucchati. Attiyati, harayati, jigucchati. Attiyati means repel or keep away. Well, sometimes we can say attiyati means the very low quality or something like that. Attiyati. Actually, I remember some story about related to this. In the one monk, he practicing meditation in the forest. He practice vipassana meditation thinking that everything is the skeleton. Then the husband and wife, one of the husband and wife, they fight. Then the wife left the home and she wanted to go her mother's home. Then she passed the monks in the forest, and she smiled when monks meet her. She smiled to the monks. Then she already left. Then the husband following the wife. Then the asked from the monks whether he saw that lady. The monk told, I don't see any lady, just I saw some skeleton running here. Then but I don't want to mention, I don't want to say that this story is very related to here. But when somebody practice vipassana meditation, then his concept is changing. He don't see anything like a good or bad, just he don't attach or something, he don't disattach or something. Then here the attiyati means just repel it, keep it away, or just think that low quality. And harayati means humiliated, jigucchati, disgusted. Then these noble people, they think their concept of the sensation, they don't attach, they don't reject it. But here disgusted mean it's not anger. Sometimes when we see some unpleasant things, when we smell some unpleasant things, our feeling is we want to repel it, we want to reject it. That kind of rejection is mixed with the anger. But here the developed person, he doesn't have any anger feeling. That here disgusted means just he doesn't attach to it. Humiliated also same meaning. He doesn't attach, he doesn't repel. That means he doesn't reject these things, just not to attaching it. This is the sowan, that means the one who entered the stream. The second one is the one's return, that means the sakurdagami person. The non-returner, anagami person. These noble people, noble people's concept of the six faculties, the six sensation of the six faculties. How they think that attiyati harayati jigucchati, repelled or keep away, humiliated or disgusted. Okay, this is the second group. Then we have the third group. Third group we call the Arya Pujgala. Arya means the noble one, enlightened one. How the enlightened one, what is the concept of about sensation about the enlightened people like Arahant? In this sutta explained like this in Pali, Katanchananda Ariyo hoti bhavitindriyo. It mentions a bhavita indriya. Bhavita indriya means already the developed faculties. They have all complete developed faculties. Bhavita indriya. Bhavita means already the developed, highest developed. They don't have anything to do now because they already enlightened. Therefore, they don't have anything to do. But they also they have their concept of sensation of the six faculties is different from the other people. Idhananda bhikkhuno chakkuna rupan diswa uppajjati manapang uppajjati amanapang uppajjati manapang manapang so sache akankati. Very different. Patikule appatikula sanyi viharati. Appatikula sanyi tatta viharati. Sache akank. Appatikule patikula sanyi viharati. I don't want to continue in Pali. Just see it in how what is the how they think about how the noble people, that means the Arahant people or enlightened people, people's concept about the sensation of the six faculties. They are they think about the patikule appatikula sanyi viharati. They preserving, they keep their attention unrepulsives in the repulsive, repulsives in the unrepulsive, and the unrepulsives and repulsives both they can stay in the repulsives. Patikule appatikula sanyi viharati. The repulsives they stay in unrepulsive. It means if the noble people, if they see some good things, that means the pleasant feeling, if they have some pleasant feeling, they can stay as unpleasant feeling. That it doesn't mean they see the bad things about it, but they can stay with the like metta thoughts. Metta thoughts means loving kindness thought. If they see something, if they see the beautiful girl, they don't think that, oh, it's so beautiful, so nice. They don't get that feeling. They can stay with it is the pleasant feeling, okay. Then they can stay with the unpleasant feeling. That means they stay with loving kindness thoughts. May she be happy, may she be in good health, like that. And for example, in other way, if these monks see these noble people, if they see that very the bad smell or the what called not pleasant things, and they in the pleasant unpleasant things also they can stay unrepulsive, or unpleasant the unpleasant thing they can stay in the like pleasant things. They can same way they can stay in the metta, loving kindness thought. In that way, that is the how they stay in the how they maintain their thoughts in the pleasant feeling, unpleasant feeling, or a particular sanya means a particular means the repulsive, particular means repulsives and unrepulsives. And when they have this kind of the if they have particular repulsive things feelings, they can stay as unrepulsive. That means they stay as I mentioned, they stay in the loving kindness thoughts. And even the same same example, if they saw some beautiful girl, then they can practice the particular, that means the reflection on repulsiveness. It's like a meditation, a reflection on repulsiveness, that means particular manasikar, we call it particular manasikar, reflection on repulsiveness. This way the stay, that means they don't want to practice something because already they are arahant. They don't want to do anything, just but they the same way, you know, that there's the story about the some blind arahant monk. After afternoon he practiced, evening he practiced the walking meditation, but he already arahant. He doesn't want to practice, but as a daily routine they do the practice in meditation, though they don't want to do that. Same way, when the monks, the noble people, the arahant people, when they have because they have eyes, they have ears, they heard something, they can smell something, they can taste something. Even it doesn't mean that noble people they don't taste, they don't have the tasting. If they have good food, they have tasting. They feel that, but they are not attaching that. When they have the nice sound, they hear that, but they don't attach it. Their mind is not changing according to that sensation. That is the development. Therefore these the repulse, if they have repulsive thoughts, they stay unrepulsive thoughts, they maintain the unrepulsive. When they have the repulsive thoughts, they maintain the unrepulsive thoughts. That is the development of that is the way the arahant or noble one, a noble person or enlightened person, person's concept of the sensation of six faculties. That is the Indriya Bhavana Sutta, how explain three categories of the three categories of the three categories of the group, three group of the people. One first person is first people is the someone who already someone who practiced the Buddha's teaching and want to enlighten, then the second group is already they are in the Soan, Sakutagami, Anagami. That means this third stage, that step, they already are that step. That means the middle of the way. The third one is last group, that is the enlightened person. How they see how their concept of the development of, or not development, how their concept of the sensation of the six faculties. Then for us, it is important for in day-to-day life. Actually, it is very useful for everyone, but if you practice if you want to deep practicing for the, if you want to enlighten in this life, if you practice like this, at least the second stage, then you can enlighten. At least if you practice in first stage, you can enter the awakening way. It is not very easy, but if you try for that, it is very useful for our day-to-day life. Because the developing our six faculties, or thinking about, or give the attention to our six faculties. When you have sensation about something, when you have pleasant feeling, when you have unpleasant feeling, then as usual, if it is not a pleasant feeling, if you reject it, if somebody says something to you, very bad things or unpleasant things, sometimes you make angry and you go to fight with them and you blame them, and start the conflict, because you don't like that. You want to reject that sensation. And if there is a very attachment, if there's a very pleasant feeling, you like to grasp it, take as might, you need every day, again and again, you want to have that pleasant feeling, then that is the problem here. Therefore, it doesn't mean that at the beginning in this sutta, Buddha, Uttara Manavaka, that means that young person told to the Buddha that how his teacher explain, how his teacher teach him to develop his faculties, that he told to the Buddha that his teacher asked not to see anything his eye, not to heard anything from ear. That means that not to use your six faculties, not to use your six faculty. But Buddha's teaching is, because we can't stop seeing our eyes, we can't stop hearing something from our ear. It is natural to have some sensation, have some see, hear, taste, smell. This is the natural. But thing is, we have to develop our faculties and we have to think about it. If you eat too much, if you greedy to eat too much unhealthy food, that is weakness of your, or that means that you are not develop faculties. That means that you are slave to your mind. Therefore, then if somebody can tame our faculties, if somebody can develop our faculties, that in day-to-day life, it's very useful. They stay healthy, stay happy, and stay peaceful with others. That is all things related to our six faculties. If you are kind of anger person, angry with others, that it's also related to our sensation. It's related to our six faculties. If somebody addicted to the computer game, as for example, is children addicted to computer game, neglect the studying, don't do any studying, the parents don't know what to children do, they do the playing games every day from evening to morning to evening, evening to morning, something like that, not sleeping. Then other thing is he his studies, he can't study very well. Then other thing is his health go down, he's not in healthy and don't have good sleeping, and so many difficulties, so many problems, troubles arise in him or her. Therefore, if some children addicted to the games or something, then they have to think about, oh, my mind, my faculties is not developed. I am doing the very silly things. I am I become a object of something else. And other thing also same like that. If somebody addicted to alcohol, if somebody addicted to smoking, if somebody the addicted to drugs or something like that, is also same. Therefore, I think that today this Dhamma talk is sponsored by the Kaushalya Ranjan and Kaushalya Ekanayaka. And Ranjan's mother, who passed away 5th of October, the few weeks ago, Jnanavati Padmini Ekanayaka. And Ranjan and Kaushalya want to transfer merit for her. And father, Ranjan's father, Don Punyadas Ekanayaka, who passed away 13 years ago, and as well as Ranjan's uncle, Mahanam Allepal, who passed away in September this year. The Ranjan and Kausalya, they wanted to transfer merit for them. And as well as Kausalya's brother, who passed away 3 months ago, his name is Nilupul Vikramanayaka. And Kausalya's mother, Karuna passed away 6 years ago. Father Robert Wickramage, who passed away 10 years ago. We want to wish them, we want to transfer merit for them. May they share this merit, may they free from all kind of suffering, and finally may they attain the bliss of Nibbana. And as well as blessing for children, Radhit, Vihan and Roji, these 3 children, Ranjan and Kaushalyas, they want to bless for them their education and good health, and with the guidance of Kalyanamitta. And also Ranjan's elder sister Jayanti Sandhya, brother Ajit, Anil and their families, and all other relatives. And also like to blessing Kausalya's brother Nalaka, sister Nirosha, and their families and all the relatives. Also all our friends and family who are listening today, as well as other who were not able to participate today. Okay, then if I forget some names, forgive me. Then we transfer all merits for the Devas. Please recite with me. Etthavata ca amhehi sambadang punya sampadang sabbe deva numudantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Etthavata ca amhehi sampadang punya sampadang sabbe deva numudantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Etthavata ca amhehi sampadang punya sampadang sabbe sattha Anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. May you have good health, happiness, peace in mind. With the power of this merit, may we attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Say sadhu, 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 sadhu. Thank you very much.